access to the watch together, yeah?
Yeah, I'm on it right now.
We're watched together in this?
Are we all up?
Let's go.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, everyone. Give a brief introduction of everyone, yeah?
Okay.
Shouldn't we do that once the video starts?
I mean, we could. I don't think the stream, like the Vex stream, is started yet, but we could just introduce ourselves. We just start off in the left corner. So, Gautier, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, Gautier from 7K, and I'm now going to be joining the UFC team with Justin and Leon and Mr.
Jonathan,
is
you're gonna have
that?
to stop the share screen or something because we also hear the music.
Oh, I'm hearing music.
Oh wait, no. That's the watch together. That's the watch together. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
Sorry.
Oh, that's sick. It's actually starting soon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's on. Oh jeez. Oh, okay, that's loud.
Yeah.
You need to refresh your screen.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Derek. I'm in University of Calgary, and I'm going to be on the University of Calgary team as well. I'm in third year software, or just finished third year software.
Who's next?
Alright, hey, you guys, I'm Justin. I'm just finished third year electrical engineering at the University of Cal.
Okay, I'm Andrew. I'm finishing my grade 12 year at Diefenbeek and I'll be joining the robotics team at UFC this coming year. Let's go. Thanks.
So, my name is Liam. I finished my second year of computer science and I'm currently finishing up a internship for information security and joining the Calgary VEXU team next year.
Wait, another 10 minutes until the count?
What the heck?
Wha- Okay, I guess we can answer questions. What are your expectations for this year? For UFC, I feel like our expectation is to we are a brand new team this year, so we're gonna do our best to make it to the World Championship. And then once we're there, do as best as we can. So, I got to turn down the stream sound. That's really...
And obviously, for the new game, we're all expecting water game. If it's not water game, then just run.
And this video is simply just a stream of us going over the VEX virtual worlds. It's mostly just for fun. It's not a... It's just for fun, to be honest.
We might talk about like one or two ideas, but...
Yeah, I need to...
Alright, we have 9 minutes. Or is it? No, we have 8 minutes to burn right now.
Uh-oh.
So I guess I'll take this time to just advertise.
Yep.
I mean, I like...
I have to admit, that thing looks pretty sick. No.
I mean, like, I want something that involves shooting balls. That'd be cool. Especially because I've never had a chance to build a flywheel with V5s, so...
I hope, I sort of hope it's, stacking. But I really like the stacking game, but Tower Takeover, the only flaw I saw was the fact that it was a little bit, it wasn't necessarily based on luck, but you had to get lucky every match for the cubes not to fall, because the field had to be perfectly flat. It had a lot of constraints to it.
That's true.
I almost preferred in the zone. I didn't do in the zone a lot. Well, I didn't do in the zone and really care about it, but in the zone was really fun because you didn't have to be so slow. You could be more rushed and actually be able to put all your stacks down to score more.
Yeah. Something that has like many different designs that you can use. Because like in Tower Takeover, it was mostly just a trade bot, and if you weren't a trade bot, you didn't really have that much of a fighting chance. So something that yeah, allows people to be creative. That'd be the best. Beanbags, like sack attack. Something like sack attack would be cool. I didn't actually play sack attack, but
it would be rather interesting, wouldn't it?
wait, how did you guys full screen the watch together?
I double clicked it.
You just press F.
Oh.
Is everyone on the watch together?
There's 8 people on right now.
Alright, cool. That means everyone. Because I got 2 screens.
So, Yasir Almotawa, I'm sorry if I butchered your name, asked, what is your robotics experience previous to VEX? Does anyone
I mean,
we can answer.
yeah, I'm like we did some like Lego Mindstorm. I don't know about you guys, but VEX is kind of like the only competitive robotics thing that we've actually done.
We've been doing it for 2 weeks, 3 years, I think. Yeah. It started.
I agree with
Go ahead.
the Lego Mindstorms thing though. I did Lego Mindstorms as well before going into VEX for 3 years just for the fun of it.
Oh,
But then when I changed schools, I got into it. Also,
No.
to answer Team 2775J, no. My teammate Latte will not be participating in UFC. He's going to a different university.
Unfortunately.
he's gone to a good school.
Guys, can you guys adjust the...
Yeah, the music's a bit loud.
I'm actually gonna check out the stream to see the audio, so I'm gonna mute.
A little bit more. Actually, no, that was good.
Oh yeah, most of us, it's, you know, VEX is like the thing that we did in high school. So,
We're still up.
I know Liam, Derek, Tim, we all did VEX throughout high school. And then we didn't really start a VEXU team until now because we didn't have the parts nor the funding. But now we do with the new expansions to the University of Calgary Engineering.
I'm just taking the adjustments.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah. It's talking about Lego Mindstorm. In first year engineering, you guys actually have to get to play with Lego Mindstorms in one of your classes. I'm not kidding. I'm genuinely not kidding.
This man's just. Is this fake? Just making sure. I don't think it's fake. We might just be.
I mean,
holograms. I don't know.
I'm pretty real. At least I hope.
I don't know. I might be a
I think
hologram. I
we
might
recorded
just
that.
be sleeping
I'm not
right
gonna
now.
lie.
It's too early.
Did we record this pre-hand?
Yeah.
That's right.
We got the game like 2 hours ago, guys. Just don't leak it. I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah, it's actually first refund, guys. I'm sorry.
Direct leaks from Karthik himself.
And the mythical legend.
Yeah. Alright, only 2 minutes left. And then predictions. How far is 7K gonna make it into the
Fantasy.
in virtual worlds?
I think he's gonna win it all, guys. He's gonna win it all.
We'll have to see.
to everyone for coming out again. Waking up early. Dude, I know it's not.
Yeah. It's early for people on the West Coast, so.
For some people on the East Coast,
Yeah, it's like 10.
It's like noon for them, yeah. So.
I'll be back in 1 minute.
Alright, take your time.
Shit, I got turned off.
Obviously, 7K, 210Y Lions. I mean, they are in the same, they're in the same
We're in the same
bracket, division, so.
Arts division.
but I'm bad at art.
You can get out of here.
Who do you think would be we don't even know how the system will go.
I don't know
Right?
how
They
the
might
algor-
just
they
pick
said-
like the next seed below them based off of how the system would.
Yeah.
They said they have an algorithm for it, so.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hopefully. Also, we did make a video for Virtual World, so hopefully they'll get featured.
So the stream is like slightly behind,
Okay.
is because to capture our reactions to it and then upload that to the stream. So
Let's go, Mr.
Guys, it's starting.
go, it's live.
Oh, I gotta up the volume.
Celebration presented by Northrop Grumman Foundation. I am Dan Mance, CEO of the REC Foundation. I know we're all disappointed that we're not in Louisville right
is
now
the volume
watching
too loud
world's
for
best
anyone on the
flex
stream?
robotics competing against each other. For the next hour, we will still celebrate our great season by playing fantasy robotics, recognizing some incredible teams and volunteers, and hear about some great new VEX Robotics products and revealing next season's challenge.
Oh, I forgot about the new products
We all know
too.
that the REC
Incoming
Foundation's
LiDAR,
mission is to increase student interest and involvement in STEM by
LiDAR
engaging
or the
students
3-wire
in hands-on,
expansion.
affordable, and
That'd be nice.
sustainable robotics programs. And by all accounts, our 2019-2020 season was a huge success. The number of robotics teams in our program soared this year to over 27,000 teams. We now have over 300,000 students competing on VEX Robotics teams in over 60 countries. It's amazing to think this all started just 13 years ago with a handful of
I
teams.
shouldn't know it. That's not
Our
recent.
Girl Powered initiative continues to make robotics reflective of the diverse world we live in. We increased the participation of young women on VEX Robotics teams from 23% back in 2016 to over 40% this season. I want to give a special thanks to Texas
go.
Instruments for hosting the flagship event in Dallas for the 3rd straight year. And thanks to Google for hosting 7 different girl-powered workshops for girls to build and program robots. First workshop in Singapore. Over the next year, the REC Foundation and Google aim to host 20 workshops at Google facilities across the world. This was the 2nd year of our JR Robotics competitions this past season.
An improved
Without
linear
them
slide
and
kit
the
would be
volunteers,
interesting.
There would be no competitions. Thank you.
This isn't-
You are the engine that drives all this. I want to recognize Northrop Grumman for their 9th year of continued support. We'll hear from them a little bit later, but they have been presenting sponsor for the 7th straight years. When we had to cancel the VEX Robotics World Championship this year, they reached out to offer their continued support to do something to celebrate the season. So thank you, Northrop Grumman Foundation, for all that you do to provide the opportunity for hundreds of thousands of students to experience robotics and learn STEM skills. To my staff,
Somebody's
thank you.
asking to raise the
It
volume.
can be
Yeah,
a
we can
demanding
raise
and
it a bit.
difficult job.
Okay.
And this year was particularly challenging with all the
V5
new programs,
speaker.
new organization
That's-
structure, and then the cancel
You're
events.
thinking about the
I know
important
you were more
things.
disappointed than
That's
proud
the
job.
real important
And
thing.
this year was particularly challenging. with
V5
all the new
speaker,
programs,
man.
New organization structure.
gotta
and
Not only
then
that,
the
a
cancel
V5
events. I
microphone.
know you were
So
more
that way
disappointed
the,
than even
the
the
robots
students
can
that we could not
communicate
be
to each
together in
other
Louisville to
through
celebrate
sound.
the season and catch up and spend
Most
time
of the
with
wireless
each other.
communication
But at least you're
between
not
cortexes
having
would
to
be
listen to
amazing,
my
though.
mandatory season recap.
Could you imagine, like, if you programmed an autonomous with a mic and you could, like, yell left and they would turn left or
I
something?
had the great experience of watching
Pretty sure that'd be
XIQ
illegal.
teams compete in the World Skill Juniors Mobile Robotics Competition in Kazan, Russia. And I want to
Wait,
thank
the closed
Shanghai
captions are
Jiaotong
ahead of the
University
stream.
for showing
It's
me all the
revealing
great
the game
robotics
already.
programs that they support. And thank Alibaba
Is it
for
actually?
hosting
They're
me at
closed
their
captions?
virtual
It's saying
quali-
the game is
qualifying
change
event
up,
in
it's played with
Chongqing,
balls.
China.
No
It was a
way.
remarkable experience
What?
and
No
event.
way.
Change up.
The best part of
Oh,
traveling with
Guys,
VEX
wait,
We're on
Robotics
closed
don't
captions.
play it. Let's just watch this.
Coaches and students and to hear their stories. Our teachers, coaches, parents are truly dedicated. They really want what is best for their students. And to the students, you are amazing. I appreciate you challenge me to remember this is about you and that we need to listen. I love to hear about how you got started in robotics and your plans for the future. These conversations and experience truly inspire me. You know what else is inspiring? The online resources developed by VEX Robotics and RoboMatter. The STEM Labs educational resources are amazing. And
Wait,
provide
how
free
far
and
ahead
easy
is
follow-up
the
content. When educators really needed activities
Yeah, I don't
for
know. They're
students
just
learning
playing
from
the
home,
subtitles for the
VEX developed and
videos already.
released VEX Code VR in less than a
That's super
month.
weird.
VEX Code VR allows students to code a virtual robot using block-based coding. See the roboticseducation.org site or the VEX Robotics websites to learn more. Finally, I want to give a special shout out to all the VEX Robotics teams out there that are using their STEM skills to 3D print face shields, help local communities maintain medical equipment, and provide overall support to their communities. Please watch the story of VEX teams 9871 and 3510 that built robots to motorize hospital bed tables. With these same types of efforts from many of our 27,000
That's pretty cool,
robotics
I have to
teams,
admit.
we will soon be back to school and competing.
I wonder who's
Please
been
enjoy
doing
the
that.
rest of today's celebration.
We've had a lot of discussions in the industry about this word called telehealth. And the concept is to keep providers safe from going into a room of any potentially infected patient, to keep caregivers safe. And the idea arose about, well, if we can do telemedicine, why not do some sort of robotic mechanism to keep our nurses equally as safe? And so out of that idea, the idea was born, and the robotics department of the local ISDs came up as an idea. We made contact, and the students said, great, we'll get right on it in 2 weeks. And we said, we need it by tomorrow.
Oh no.
That sounds like engineering deadlines, really.
Robot in 24 hours. That's really cool, though, I have to
The
admit.
idea is to have a way to deliver meds to patients without a nurse who
Let's do the robot
might
theory
potentially be
video.
carrying the illness to go into the room. My guess is that this will be really helpful for patients who have cancer, who are on chemotherapy, who have repressed immune system, or people who are sick with other diseases that make them more susceptible to having the serious symptoms for COVID-19.
We sent bed tables
In
to
24
them
hours?
Saturday morning.
Like, to think of
So
something
by
like this and then
Saturday
design it?
evening,
That actually,
Abilene
that's
and
pretty...
Wiley both had 2 prototypes
Yeah.
for us to look at and see if this would work. We
I'm
brought
actually
it up to Zane
semi-surprised the
Dennis,
motors
which
are
is
powerful
in
enough
charge of our facilities here,
Move
and he
that
got with
over.
Well, they probably used the torque
Wait, who
bars.
paused it?
Tiger
I didn't.
Manufacturing.
They asked if we could build them
Sorry,
3 stainless
my bad.
box covers to help with the sterilization of the equipment, and they needed it in a fast way. This is what we come up with in the fabrication part, was the stainless box cover for the robotic wheels. These are all prototypes. We fabricated 3 of these in about 7 hours. Then the box above it is the components for the robot, the remote receiver and such. Anything we can do to help the community, the surrounding areas.
That's pretty cool, though. I have to admit, that's awesome.
Right now, we're
Yeah.
more than happy to help with if there's anything we can do.
I got an
The
email at
applications
8:40 on
of
Saturday
VEX.
morning,
Look at
and
that.
I said, you know what, we can do this. And then my second
Yeah.
thought was, I have to get my students involved. But I was really glad that I brought my kids on board because, we cranked it out all Saturday and then Sunday morning. So we got it done in like 9 hours.
We used our VEX robotics parts. They come in a competition kit that we were using from our school. And all the parts that we used were either made out of aluminum or steel. Most of the parts that we used were made out of aluminum because it's lighter. VEX makes smart motors, which will connect to their brain, which can be programmed with the wireless remote. We just had to figure out how to get our robotics parts to work with the existing table infrastructure and how it was built.
You would put it all together and then there'd be something that's not quite right, so you'd have to take a bunch of it apart. It feels really good because it's nice to be part of something like this and be able to create and help out people.
Went through several different prototypes, but in the end, we've got something that appears to work.
The beautiful thing about this is that nurses are used to dealing with battery-operated systems with their IV systems. And so as long as they treat it like an IV and always have it plugged in before they go to use it, it should be business as usual for most of the nursing staff.
What's your name?
Tracy.
Tracy, I'm Zane. This is Dwayne. I'm the facility director. Dwayne's the IT
Hopefully it doesn't
director.
white screen.
But it does have a little bit of pressure because we don't want excessive pressure on the motors because it's going to be really hard on them.
Well, yeah, I'm the facility director. Dwayne's the IT director at Hendrick.
But it does have a little bit of pressure because we don't want excessive pressure on these motors because it's going to be really hard on them.
Well, yeah, you'll take them out.
But
it would also have a tendency to pop immediately.
So have you tried it like with, I'm going to say a load on it, but when I say a load, like a patient tray that would have like food on it, 15 pounds, so that's more than enough weight, don't you think?
Yes,
unless you got
they're using styrofoam trays. If you notice the PPE or the gowns and masks, we want to use those where we can save them, so we can basically take the robot bed table into the room, be able to do FaceTime with the patients.
That's actually
family
really
members,
cool.
Doctors.
Yeah,
staff.
that's actually really well thought out.
Started at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning, and then Tuesday morning we'll be able to use those in the room.
Not only are these great innovators helping the hospital, I hope they do something extraordinary like patent this information, because I'd like to get this out to every hospital or quarantined unit, because I can see this revolutionizing the way we deliver health care.
Actually really cool, I have to admit.
Someone just like
Robotics World Championship.
That's probably me.
Unfortunately, that is not possible this year. I will truly miss the energy and enthusiasm in the arena and the excitement on everyone's faces. On behalf of Northrop Grumman and the Northrop Grumman Foundation, I want to thank everyone from all corners of the globe for joining together with us at the 2020 VEX Robotics Virtual World Championship celebration. I am thrilled to be here to say a few words about how important the areas of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics are to our citizens, to our country, to our world, and of course to the world of robotics. Everything you see around you, from the computers you are streaming this on, to the furniture you sit on, to the cell phone that you have and use, to the cars we drive, everything was designed by someone who is a trained technologist, or who is using technology to enable rapid design, rapid prototyping, and rapid development.
He's catting something.
It is young minds like yours that continue to shape our technology-based industry, including aerospace.
Oh, my
At
bad.
Northrop Grumman, we hire the
Now you get to
best
know
and
which one of us is the
conceptualize
mechanical,
and
right? I'm the
solve
electrical.
the
What
most
am I supposed to
vexing
know?
problems, from cyberspace to undersea to outer space, and everything in between, including, of course, robotics. As you all know, we already use robotic
That's really cool.
technologies in our daily lives. And
Yeah,
have
it's like
been
those
for many years.
robots that like when you make a facial expression, they can recreate the facial expression.
Healthcare. How about
Except this
use
with your hand.
exoskeletons to enable patients with paralysis to walk? Military security applications,
Oh, no,
for
someone
explosive
left.
bomb disposal, and making repairs to critical equipment in the undersea and outer space domains, to name a few. The future is virtually
You're Z, so you're
limitless for all of you.
The
interested in
future is
robotics,
virtually.
autonomous systems, and related technology areas. Each and every one of you are motivated by your imaginations, by discovery, experimentation, by pushing the limits of our knowledge. Your talents applied in STEM fields will result in innovations that will make a profound difference and positive impact to our communities, our country, and the world. Think about the innovations in medicine in recent years. Surgeries that either couldn't be performed a generation ago or were quite invasive are now commonplace and becoming routine because of the application of robots to the operating room, including certain surgeries for cancer, transplants, and cardiac procedures. And in our current environment, where we need our healthcare professionals to be
Those Da
protected
Vinci
from
machines are really cool.
COVID-19 virus.
They are like
Robotics has a huge
super
role to play,
precise machines that can
potentially
do
isolating
things
the
like
patient
you've never
from the
even
healthcare
imagined.
professionals, while still enabling them to provide critical care. In case you were curious about my background, like so many involved in STEM fields, I too did engineering and design and engineering development of a robotic end effector for the space station early in my career. So as someone with a technical background and a career in a technology-based industry like aerospace, I am keenly aware of the accelerating pace of innovation. The 21st century is truly an amazing time for STEM professionals. I believe STEM study places you on a wonderful path to many exciting professional opportunities and achievements. From all of us at Northrop Grumman and the Northrop Grumman Foundation, congratulations on an amazing 2019-2020 competition season. Have a great summer, and I look forward to seeing you in person in Dallas at the 2021 VEX Robotics World Championship.
Dallas?
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're watching from out there in the VEX Nation. My name is Grant Cox. I'm the chairman of the Game Design Committee, and each year I have the distinct pleasure and the honor of being your host in Louisville. VEX Worlds is hands down one of my favorite weeks of the year every year. I get to meet, watch, cheer for, and just generally be blown away by the top VEX competition teams in the world. You've made it. You're the best of the best. This year, for the first time in VEX history though, that experience, or at least the one we've grown used to, will not be happening. But that does not mean that the experiences of the Tower Takeover season should be left behind. VEX Worlds represents just a small fraction of the 74,000 matches that were played this season. That's a lot of matches.
74,000, man. Jeez.
Do you have any guesses which cube was the most popular scored, which color, and how many of that cube was scored this season?
Thanos
I'll be
cube.
back with the answer a little bit later in the broadcast. So if there's one thing I want you to take away from this year's changes to the end of the season, it's that your seasons should not just be measured or remembered by your accomplishments on a big stage with lasers and confetti. VEX Worlds is not just a competition. It never has been. It's a celebration of your hard work and your accomplishments from the past 12 months. Now, with that being said, we do give out trophies for on-field performance. It may not just be a competition, but it's still a competition. With the difficult decision to cancel VEX Worlds in Louisville, a team of staff from the REC Foundation and VEX Robotics realized that we've got the data, we've got the 74,000 matches these teams have played, we've got the list of teams that qualified for Worlds, we have spreadsheets. Let's have some fun with that data. Let's find a way to look at the best of the best and put on our Doctor Strange cloak to simulate one possible outcome for how they could have fared against each other on the big stage. So, without further ado, welcome VEX Nation to the 2020 VEX Fantasy Robotics Tournament. Here's how the tournament is going to work.
Let's
We
see.
split up the teams who qualified for Worlds into divisions and generated qualification match schedules made of randomly assigned alliance partners, just like you would in a normal tournament. There are qualification matches, there are elimination matches, and World Championship Finals matches, just as there would have been at VEX Worlds. Now, in a real-life tournament, teams might bring their robots, they bring their drivers, and they have the experience of their whole season behind them. They're combining all together to score as many points as possible. In the fantasy tournament, you might not have your drivers, your robots, you don't have your drivers, but you do still have the experience from the season. And that's what you're going to be using to score as many points as possible. Let me explain what this means. Each team is coming into the fantasy tournament with a simulation set of scores. These scores represent a team's top 15 scores from their matches throughout the season. These scores are then used to play matches, quote unquote. To play a match,
So it's just like a toss-up
one
of who
score
wins.
from each team's simulation set is randomly chosen. These scores will then average together for a given alliance, and that will be that alliance's
Wow.
score for their match. In this particular match,
Pigpen.
the alliance
It's Pigpen,
scored
yeah.
88 and 98, averaged together for 93
Yeah, but it's
to win the match.
one of your best 15.
Once a score has
Yeah,
been
but
used,
yeah, you guys also have
is then
high scores of like
removed from
100
simulation
stuff
set
and
and
hundreds.
can't be used any longer. So for this
Oh,
next
once
match,
they've been used, they
those
can't
four
be
scores
used
from
anymore?
each team are eligible. These are the four scores that they ended with.
So if it
And
blows
blue
a high
wins
score
match
against a low
95
scoring game,
85.
that sucks.
So you could throw.
This continues on, so on and so forth
Well,
for
you
every
don't- yeah,
qualification
so,
match.
like,
It's just
and then those scores are no longer available.
What'll happen with people who haven't done 15?
It's just for fun. It's one way to look at
People have done more than 15.
Yeah, if you made it to Worlds,
defense
you
or
would've done
on-field
15.
strategies,
gotta be
things
at
like
least
that.
one team that didn't.
This isn't meant to be an end-all.
Are they even
be-all,
accounting for maximum
ultimate
score?
result?
Like,
It's just a
can't
fun
exceed
fantasy tournament.
Maximum.
At the end of all of these matches,
'Cause, like, if all the
the
cubes are
teams will be
placed, you
ranked
should-
by their wins and losses. It'll be time for the elimination matches. Eliminations will be formed as the first ranked team pairs with the second team, the third ranked team pairs with the fourth ranked team, and so on and so forth down, just like the VEX IQ challenge. I know. Alliance selection is one of the most strategic, context-dependent, robot-dependent aspects of the competition. For an alliance selection to play out exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it might be pretty rare. But again, it's a fantasy simulation. You're not telling me it couldn't happen, right? The division eliminations are then played using the same algorithm as before to determine your champions. These division champions will then play against each other using the last remaining scores from their simulation set. The winner of that outcome will be the 2020 Fantasy Robotics Tournament champion. But don't worry, the results from all the divisions, all the eliminations, everything will be on Robot Events about an hour after this broadcast ends. So you'll be able to dig through all of the data and take a look at how your team did. Well, the match lists are ready to go. We're going to go ahead and let the simulation run for a little while in the background while we take a look at some other highlights from the season. I'll be checking in a little bit later once we have some results to report, and then I'll see you for the reveal of the 2021 VEX Robotics Competition game.
Is our video gonna be listed, Jonathan?
Are we gonna be on there?
What sort of this use?
I have to admit, this is rather well done.
I'm just more interested as to which cube was scored the most now. They have the data on it.
No, but the thing about
It's probably orange,
yeah, orange. I know that every match I prefer to use orange. Purple was a pain to get.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm pretty sure orange was. Well, we'll see.
Also, because like the higher ranked alliance would be orange side, so they'd want to go for. So.
Yeah.
There's signature events in like Mexico, but I don't think we can attend those. I don't think we have that kind of time.
There are some during the year, like WPI and stuff like that.
VEX teams. Like all of you, NASA would have loved to be with you and your robots in Kentucky. But we are still delighted to be here with you celebrating the 2020 VEX Virtual Worlds. NASA's Robotics Alliance project is proud to support VEX and
Oof, we weren't in it.
RECF. RAP is dedicated to increasing interest in engineering and science among America's youth. It is our goal to create an inspired, experienced, technical workforce for the aerospace community. Not only is NASA proud to be the American Space Agency, but we are also developing life-saving technologies that are helping fight the COVID-19 pandemic. We are deeply saddened this must be done virtually, as we all know how hard you have worked over the past year. Your work is not lost, as you have gained new valuable skills and finely tuned problem-solving methods which will be invaluable in the coming years. Just like you, NASA engineers are experts at problem solving, building rovers, satellites, rockets, and everything in between. It's full of challenges we must overcome. NASA is excited to be going to Mars next year with the Perseverance Mars rover. Along with the rover, NASA is sending the first ever drone to be flown on another planet. In addition to Mars, NASA is actively building a new moon rover.
Ooh, swerve
to
drive.
the moon in 2024. Please do not forget, the future is bright for each and every one of you. We will
Sorry,
be
you
back
cut out.
together on the robotics playing field soon.
You cut out. You cut
Until
out
then,
5 minutes
sharpen
something.
your skills and improve upon your engineering knowledge because NASA and
It's
the
mostly
needs
autonomous.
engineers now, more than ever. You are the best of the best. And thank you for keeping your spirits high through this adversity. You are an inspiration to us all. And with you, NASA and America have a great future. Thank you again. Let's go celebrate.
Hello from Texas. My name is Tony Norman. I'm the co-founder and co-inventor of VEX Robotics. Bob and I, which you'll hear from Bob later, Bob and I created VEX to give students the tools they need to shape their future. And that commitment continues today. Earlier this year, we were super excited to announce VEX 123 for students that are kindergarten through 2nd grade. We also announced VEX Go for kids in grades 3 through 4. This made VEX the first company to achieve the full continuum from K through college in the same ecosystem. But even with this major accomplishment, we're not willing to stop there.
I think this is the product reveal.
So, some of you
Probably.
high school students and college students have been involved in VEX for many years and have mastered the competition by the end of the program. So we need more tech and another challenge to keep pushing the limits.
It's gonna be Lido. It's coming.
I want 3 wire splits.
The launch of V5 is the perfect example of how VEX leads the robotic space with state-of-the-art equipment that is scalable and affordable. V5 took many years of research and development. But when we released it, we did not give you everything we were working on. What we are about to show you is the next phase of V5.
Oh, let's go.
It's Lido. It has to be.
New sensors. We're going to show you a whole new level of tech in competition robotics. So now, without further delay, I introduce you to the most advanced technology and program in competitive robotics today.
Yeah, it has to be Lido.
I like the sounds of this.
It has to be.
It's got to be LiDAR.
Is actually a battery expansion for V5.
Ooh, here's the new sensor. Where is it?
Oh, that's
Color sensor, okay.
motor.
No, wait, there's a new distance sensor. What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they have V5 color, V5 distance.
VEX GPS.
What?
No.
Bro, that's just.
That's a geometry, like built in.
That's 2 OP. What?
GPS field code as well? That's no, you can't do that to
It
someone.
makes automation free.
They're literally making automation the easiest thing in the world to do.
No cal. The question is, how accurate is it?
How is it with like
AI.
AI. Hold up, wait, there's new software they're releasing.
A new microprocessor.
Yeah, I'll do like story right now.
What is that? What?
Okay. So that's like just an improved vision sensor, yeah?
Yeah.
Holy crap, what?
That's so
It's like a connector sensor.
Yo, no way.
That's so busted! There's so much programming work to be done.
That's my bread and butter.
This is all built in, yeah.
They're building the game software with the customers.
So like,
Justin, you were right. You were right.
I was right. My radio system. Okay, I'm excited for that. That makes it exciting.
This is 2 OP. Yeah, absolutely crazy though.
Alright, where's the LiDAR drop?
You don't need
one. Yeah, I don't even think they even need one anymore.
Okay, that GPS though?
That GPS is
That's busted.
That just breaks odometry.
Yeah, if you combine it, then like.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm wondering if it's based on like the GPS or anything is too, what happens if
It must. Yeah, it must be able to do some predictive stuff based on what's happening.
Yeah, it is the full programming one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Is that for high school?
No, that's just for VEXU, if I'm right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright, I'm visiting the website again.
Yeah, you could just.
There was a lot of new technology in that video. Hi, I'm Bob Nimlich, co-founder and co-inventor of VEX Robotics.
That's
We just
OP,
solved
what?
AI we built for power takeover. And we're retraining that AI now for the next game. And waterproofing all parts. One thing we learned.
Yeah, the
was
website's
AI
crashing. Everyone's trying to log on to Vex. Oh, thanks for stopping by. We're excited to Vale. Please come back to the page at the end of Vex Virtual World Celebration.
The printed GPS field code is the key. The VEX GPS sensor uses that field code like real GPS uses satellites to triangulate position. Once we had GPS and AI working, we used something called sensor fusion along with robot-to-robot communications to make those amazing top view maps you saw. Now let's talk about that game. 2 minutes, 4 robots, no drivers. Wow, that's going to be a real-world challenge.
Yeah.
The game is separate from VRC and VEXU. Each team brings 2 robots that communicate with each other. You can 3D print parts.
There's so much stuff you can do with that now.
Hold up, even high school?
Electronics, and there's no pesky motor quantity limits. This game will be open to high school students and college students alike.
I actually want to do
We
that.
can't
Nice!
see how
That's
you
hype.
play the game.
Mhm.
You have
so
to
much
convert
money,
your
though.
strategy and
We
driver
have enough
skills
cortexes,
into
it's
code.
Yeah,
Just
but
like
like
chess,
machine
you
printing.
have to anticipate your opponent's every
That's allowed.
move in code. You can watch that video again at ai.vex.com. Oh, and one more thing. I know a lot of you are at home right now without a robot. We just released a new tool that lets you learn to code at home. VexCode VR uses the same coding
That's
tools as I
insane,
use
guys.
with V5, but on a virtual
This
robot.
AI,
Go to
man, I'm excited for that.
VR.vex.com to try it out.
AI is gonna be
Dude, the
good.
Hope you
GPS
enjoy using all
though.
the new products. Thank
What?
you
Like,
all, and stay safe.
The cool part is that they have a built-in microprocessor, so you can actually calculate all this.
It'll be interesting to see how well the GPS actually works.
Yeah, I guess we also have to see how well that works.
No, on the GPS
is presented to VRC
I wonder so well like the robots robot communication works. Because I'm so looking forward to that.
in their community. through leadership, outreach, mentorship, and support.
There's
The
so
winning
much you can
teams
do with that.
made many contributions outside their school or organizations that help students, teams, coaches, or mentors. These contributions may span multiple seasons and are not limited to REC Foundation or VEX Robotics programs. They may include any robotics or STEM education program. We are happy to announce the winners of the Community Award Online Challenge are Team 373 from Rancho Rio, New Mexico with STEM Strength in Numbers. Team 449X from Riverside, California with 449X Leadership and Outreach. Team 166.
No, they did the website challenge, yeah.
MXR 1669X Community Award Submission.
That's some hype.
Team
Like
2602G
the amount,
from
like
Hopkinton,
they
Massachusetts.
they were completely right when they said the level of competition is going like with all this.
Damian
It's coming down to like who's the better programmer now.
Yeah,
with
like this
certain
year,
things.
if you lost Auton, you lost the match.
41091A from Union.
Well, like at high level, if you lost a ton, it was likely that you would lose the match.
From Wangaratta, Australia, with VEX, engaging our community. Team 82855G from Richmond Hill, Ontario, with SLT Robotics and family. And finally,
Depends on how again. It depends on how accurate it is. I feel like putting the GPS together with like pre-existing odometry would probably make it the most accurate.
Probably.
Great work.
Even during the match, like for this year, for instance, you can align with the towers a lot
Robotics
easier than having to guess.
presents its Community Award. Starting in 2016 with over 350 girls, 2019 has brought us our largest girl power conference yet of over 800 attendees. Each year, we have expanded our event by partnering with other high schools, our University of Texas here in El Paso, and our local companies to encourage girls by showcasing different areas of STEM. From learning about this year's VEXIQ game, trying out virtual reality goggles for the first time, designing their own binary bracelets, and learning about game design and drones, these girls are taught their opportunities are limitless. We are girl-powered El Paso. This year, we partnered with El Paso Electric to film our first commercial. Hosted in our very own robotics room, our team participated in this commercial to promote robotics and the innovative work in developing STEM projects to better prepare our youth for careers of the 21st century. Also partnering with the SCTE Foundation, we were able to get a $15,000 check to help develop new robotics teams across the city. With SCTE, we were also able to host free summer camps
That's
at
pretty
different
cool.
schools where new teams built their first robots and competed in mini challenges. We also partnered with our Fort Bliss to host free VEXIQ elementary and middle school tournaments. From middle and elementary schools, science fairs, and even our water company,
That's a
we have
lot of
presented
stuff that
across our
they've
city
done.
to promote
Wow.
robotics teams and what they can accomplish. This year, we were able to mentor teachers across the city's school districts in VEXIQ building and programming language. We have participated in
That's-
parades to brand our Troopers logo and showcase our team. Last year, we collected new clothing items and basic necessities to donate to the large group of our city's migrants. We have certified
someone left.
each of Eastwood's robotics classes in Robot C. Each year, we help host our city's VEXIQ and EDR tournaments. From hosting at our own school to lending fields, participating
Doesn't
as
that
referees
break
and
the
judges,
stream?
and planning the tournament schedules and setups. We are expanding the opportunities for young students to explore their passions and talents at a much younger age than ever before. We have also mentored VEXIQ teams at our nearby elementary and middle schools and sponsor a mini Troopers team. Lastly, because of these tournaments, trainings, and certifications, we are proud to say we have played a huge role in expanding VEX robotics district-wide K through 12. We are Eastwood 8787.
It's apparently hard to hear us on the stream.
Okay, you could raise up the volume.
Hi everyone, thank you REC for allowing me to be here to present this award today. At Dell Technologies, we are committed to driving human progress. Our vision for 2030 articulates how we'll create this social impact. With our technology and skill, We will advance health, education, and economic opportunity to deliver enduring results to over 1 billion people by the year 2030.
Gotta brush up on the linear algebra now, I guess, for all the AI.
Sponsored by Dell Technologies. This challenge required teams to
Brush up on all the linear algebra. Gotta get that. Gotta get those matrices down and just run simulations over and over and over again until we get.
Team 7
You know, I think it's best if you can do it digitally now instead of having to just trust physical.
Guys, look at the name. Look at the name.
Reset physically.
Doji.
Congratulations to all teams on your success.
Girl Powered is an initiative to redefine the face of STEM.
Oh,
by
unfortunate
creating a more
7K
inclusive
didn't win the website
all
challenge.
students within the robotics community.
No, our website,
Together,
it didn't match what we needed.
We strive to encourage equal participation of young women and men in competitive robotics. Google sponsored this challenge to show the robotics community at large just what it means to be a girl-powered VEX robotics competition team. We search for compelling, engaging stories that give us insight into how you have taken the girl-powered initiative and incorporated it into your experience on a VRC. The benefit of having a diverse team will become apparent through your individual stories. The 2020 VEX Robotics Competition Girl Powered Online Challenge Award goes to first place, Team 2496G from Irvine, California, USA, with Girl Powered towering and taking over. Second place, Team 2131R from Caseville, Utah, USA, with Dear Ellison, an open letter to a girl who has
How
inspired
fast
her.
do you think the
Third
GPS is gonna sell
Team
out, man? That's gonna be
27960
insane.
From Greenville, South Carolina, USA, with Don't Forget to Breathe. From all of us
Dude,
here at
ships
Google,
in it.
great
How long will it
work
take to
and
ship, do you think?
congratulations on an amazing 2019-2020 competition season.
Thank you for allowing me to present the Autodesk CAD Make It Real online challenge. In this challenge, students were asked to use the same Autodesk 3D design software used by the professionals, such as Autodesk Fusion 360 or Autodesk Inventor and Tinkercad, to conceptualize and model a new part for a robot that improves the robot's functionality or overcomes an existing problem. The new part must be designed to fit an existing robot and may consist of multiple pieces that form a one-part design. The robot may be a competition robot or another robot that performs an interesting task. To make it even more exciting, teams also had the option to compete for a bonus prize by 3D printing their custom part. The winners of this challenge are, for VEXU, Queen.
Hey, Queen.
From Kingston, Ontario, Canada, with low friction slider truck. High school.
Isn't that the one with the 3D printed marbles?
5106C from North Conway, New Hampshire, USA, with VEX nameplate holder. Middle school VRC, team 2211A from Caguas, Puerto Rico, with the hook. Elementary
I
school.
want at least an original
team
nameplate.
Has anyone seen the game yet? Has anybody watched it? I haven't, so don't spoil it. But
Ontario, Canada, with IQ shaft extender. And
Yeah, no,
bonus prize,
yeah.
3D
People
printing.
just like heard the descriptions by reading the
And they got the
subtitle.
leaked user,
North
the leaked
Carolina,
manual.
USA, with screw helical gears for VEX Robotics.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the VEX Fantasy Robotics Tournament.
It's
The
Ninja,
simulation
guys.
has been
Oh.
running in the background while we've been going through some of those highlights. Congratulations to our online challenge winners and the other
He's not
award
raging.
winners here
What is
today
it?
so far.
It's not
Before
yellow
we get
hair.
to the
It's not blue
simulation
hair.
results,
So
we do have the update from the trivia question earlier. Remember, I asked what color
Orange.
cube was scored the
Orange.
most.
Orange.
If you guessed orange, you were correct. About 280,000 orange cubes were scored this season.
280,000.
That's a lot of orange cubes. The next trivia
Why is it
question
not
is,
more,
what was
actually?
the
Didn't they
most
say there was, like,
events attended by
70,000
one
matches?
team? The most events attended by one team this season. We'll find out the answer a little bit later.
most events
Now, the
attended by
simulation
one
has
team.
Run through all the qualification matches and all the elimination
That could actually be
matches.
7K.
So we have our division champions in the Fantasy Robotics Tournament. Let's find
Whoa,
out
come on,
who's
let's
our
see.
fantasy winners today. Remember, it's all just for fun,
Please.
but still kind of exciting to see who the best of the best in one outcome would
Come
be.
on.
So we'll kick things off with the middle school divisions.
Okay.
This is the Spirit division. Try to remember which division you were in so you can watch for your team number as we go through. Here's how the bracket played out in the Spirit division. We had alliances 1 and 2 up against each other in the finals.
I think I was in
The champions
arts.
in the Spirit division.
Yeah,
were
well,
40-82A
yeah, 210Y and
Rocket
7K
Robots
on it.
from
Oh,
Freedom,
it's
Wisconsin, and 3324A Supernovas A from North Hollywood, California. The Opportunity division played out like this, where alliances 1 and 3 faced off in the finals. Your champions were 525X Irradiated Gamma from Sulphur Springs, Texas, and 88825D Vermilion Bird from Shanghai, China.
You know which division you guys were in?
Congratulations, our first
They
international
were in
champion.
arts.
Next up's the Curiosity division, where we had alliances 1 and 6 making it to the finals. Let's see if 1847A and 9181K come out on top. They do! 1847A Chanjiabing Middle School from Shanghai,
Yo,
China.
9181
9181K Sequum Seahawks from
Hey, 9181.
An all-international alliance. Congratulations to those teams. Next up, the Insight division. Ooh, standard bracket here, all red winning all the time. Who's the champion gonna be? It's the Red Alliance. 319K.
319K whole counted us. That's the full count, bud.
And 7177B. Iteration happens. Plan B from Stamping Ground, Kentucky. I think that's my favorite team name so far. So congratulations to those middle school teams. Next up, we have the high school divisions. Let's go. We'll kick it off with
it's
the
science.
science
Okay.
division.
Science, okay.
Here's how the science division played out. It was a top teams finals with 8349B and 1124
2616J, I think.
2616J and 7870E. The champions, the number 2
Yep,
seed,
you called it.
2616J, the Jersey Devils from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and 7870E, the usual suspects from Henderson, Nevada. Next up was the technology division.
20.
Where your
Tilden.
champions
Tilden wins.
were
Tilden wins.
2114X, Sweep the Leg, and 4410C, Technocracy Charlie from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Finally, the research division played out like this. The research division champions were 48.
Why do you go through that one so fast?
Voltanoids Banana from Ottawa, Ontario, and 2775J, Jackson Area Robotics from Jackson, Tennessee.
25461Z is just like.
Was pretty crazy. We had
Oh
the
my
number
goodness,
7
pylons
alliance in the
are
finals.
also
Did
in
they come
arts.
out on top? No, it's the number 1 alliance. 2011C, the Flapjacks from Broadway
Okay, we should be next.
and 6000 AE,
Yeah.
Eclipse from Richwood, Ohio. All Ohio alliance. Probably some Rob Smith fans on that alliance.
Watch it be 7K and
Arts
5225.
division
7K.
played out pretty strangely.
Yeah.
Number 4 and 3 in the finals. That's our first number 1 seed upset.
Oh,
It's the
no.
number 3 alliance, 574D, Iron Pride from Syracuse, Indiana, and 7862Z, Vexecutioners from Heston, Kansas.
No, I can't read.
The math division. We had alliances 1 and 3, the champions, 2131Z, the leftover egg rolls from Kaysville, Utah, and 8481X, the Bridger Bots from Bozeman, Montana.
That sucks.
Nope, leftover egg rolls is my new favorite team name. The physics division. Pretty straightforward finals here. Alliances 1 and 2. Your champions were the 2011F, the FaZe Clan from Broadview Heights, Ohio, and 3141S, the Lock Nut Monster from Bellevue, Nebraska. Both pretty good team names, but I do know, never bet against
I'm
FaZe.
surprised the pylons didn't even
Automation
make
division, one of the
eliminations.
new division names. Ooh, alliances 8
Yeah.
and 6 in the finals. Lots of upsets to get
Oh,
there.
10-10-A.
Who's it gonna be? That number 6 alliance.
10-10-A.
Champions. 536E Team Air from Appleton, Wisconsin, and 1010A 10-Ton Robotics from West Vancouver, British Columbia. 10-Ton Robotics, one of the most prolific robotics programs in the entire VEX ecosystem. So congratulations to them. Congratulations, in fact, to all of our high school champions. Again, remember, it's just for fun, but these teams will be receiving trophies. So somebody from the REC Foundation will be in touch with you soon.
What?
All right, time to move on to VEXU. In VEXU, we had the design division. Played out like this. VEXU, only
It's
one team
blows.
per alliance because these teams
Yeah.
do build 2 robots. If you've never watched a VEXU tournament before, I highly recommend it. Very unique robots. The champion from the design division, BLRS, the Purdue Sigbots from West Lafayette, Indiana. Congratulations to BLRS, West Lafayette, Purdue, big engineering programs here, big supporters of VEX. In a debate division, played out like this. We had NJIT versus TMAT 1. Your champions from the Innovate division, NJIT from the New Jersey Institute of Technology in Newark, New Jersey. I think they were ranked like 5th in world skills or something. Like big teams here in the finals. Well, congratulations to all of our champions in the division champions, in the fantasy robotics tournament so far. Next up, these division champions will face off against each other in Virtual Freedom Hall using whatever scores were left from their simulation set. Those simulations will determine our 2020 Fantasy Robotics Champions. I'll be back to check in with those winners.
Do the champions get an invite to next year's World?
No.
And the reveal of the 2020-2021 VEX Robotics Competition game.
Ooh, we lost in finals.
Yeah, that sucks. They're like, oh, don't worry guys, it's just fantasy, but like, we'll be sending awards, so like.
A caring member of his team.
But I think that
yourself where he could
you guys still won skills though, so.
So he created a tape.
Yeah, but if I'm right, we still get an award for being finalists. It's on the website.
For his younger self to find. Upon discovery, the younger self was intrigued and studied the tape. This is what that tape entailed. Welcome to 1757, a team in a world beyond your wildest imagination, a world of robotics, a world of creation, and a world of innovation. In the next 2 years, you'll discover a passion, a love for challenge and discovery, the thrill and excitement of watching your creation flourish for the first time. But more importantly, you'll find a family, some place you can call home, and a group of like-minded people that help you grow and learn. You'll succeed and overcome challenges together. You'll help the community and win matches and spend hours upon hours with your new family. You'll feel welcome and warm and glow brighter than ever before. You'll be 1757.
Not bad. Pretty good video.
Hi, my name is Steve Rummel, Senior Regional Support Manager and Chair of the REC Foundation's Student Advisory Board. This year, the REC Foundation brought together a diverse group of student competitors to provide feedback and insight on ways that we can
Everyone on the Discord is like RIP 7K.
Student Advisory Board members looked at a range of issues, including ways to support new teams, increasing referee consistency, and enhancing the quality of the judging experience across all events, in addition to other issues. So on behalf of the REC Foundation, I want to thank all our Student Advisory Board members, Ashwin, Kaushik, Lily, Samantha, Son, Elizabeth, David, and Jamie for their service and work during this season. And congrats to all the teams who competed this year. And we look forward to a 2020-2021 VEX Robotics competition season. Good luck and thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Lily Coffin and I'm a member of the Student Advisory Board. I've been on Team 1353P at Farmingdale High School in Southern New York for 3 years now. I'm an engineer and a programmer, and when I grow up, I want to go to Mars. I've loved being on the Student Advisory Board because, like many of you, I've put a lot into VEX Robotics, and it's been really cool to see my experience and everything I've learned get channeled into some new productive changes that I hope will make the VEX experience even better in the future. Obviously, everything we talk about is very classified, but I hope you will all get to see the results of the hard work that we've been putting in over the past year sometime soon. It's been an honor to represent all the students worldwide who love VEX just as much as I do, and I want to thank everybody who made the board possible. I hope you all enjoy the new game that will be splashing your way soon. Good luck,
Splashing
my
your
team.
way soon. Ha 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 ha. What a game.
I'm a VEX alum who's on the RECF Student Advisory Board.
Auditing confirmed.
Throughout the past year, I've had the opportunity to interact with several other members across the globe and share some ideas on how to improve the VEX robotics competition experience for all participants. The topics we've discussed include making it easier to get started with VEX in order to encourage the formation of new teams, as well as improving the competitor experience by increasing the consistency of referee rulings and judging across events. And
Are they gonna
hearing
make a
perspectives
good
on
set of
VEX for
rules?
people across the globe has really been eye-opening.
Like, here's hoping when they make the rules, they don't like make really vague interpretations on it.
While meeting many new
Yeah.
people and making memories to last a lifetime. I hope VEX has done or will do the same for you.
The Q&A is like contra.
Hey there, my name's Ruby and I'm with the REC Foundation and I am staying home and staying safe. I am super excited because I get to share this year's Inspiration All-Star Award winners with you. So let's jump in and let's get started. What is an Inspiration All-Star, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. They could be a teacher, a mentor, a volunteer. They're really anybody who is devoted to the VEX competition experience, and they put in tons of hours of work. They're persistent, they're passionate, they're energetic. They help students. They help students achieve their goals. They help enrich their journeys. They really just show true leadership and dedication to the VEX competition experience. And I'm really excited that I get to share them with you today. More than just a teacher or coach to his teams, he's a mentor, a friend, and goes above and beyond as a teacher. An instrumental person in the growth of middle and high school robotics in the Ridgeland, Mississippi area, his passion for robotics and teaching is contagious to those around him. His mission is to inspire, motivate, challenge, and encourage his students to be the next generation's STEM leaders and the values of confidence, honesty,
Hold up, why did that
and
just-
loyalty. Named Madison County Schools Middle School Teacher of the Year and the City of Ridgeland City Maker of the Year, we are proud to present Bill Richardson with our Inspiration All-Star Award. 3 short years ago, an enthusiastic first-year STEM Instructor Award.
Why does it keep on going back?
Yeah, why did it cut back?
Years ago, an enthusiastic first-year STEM instructor was asked to develop the
I would
first VEX
agree.
robotics program
VEX is a
at
huge
Pinecrest
troll.
Academy of Nevada St. Rose campus. After hours of solo research and development, this uniquely successful program took root and has steadily continued to thrive under the direction of a woman whose passion and inspiring dedication has truly brought innovation, inclusiveness, and excitement to her students and her community.
Oh, like,
Okay, who keeps on?
why does it keep cutting?
Whether securing funds to provide tools, supplies, and training for her students' robots and competitions, or networking with coaches from local schools for guidance and additional instruction, her boundless passion, unwavering dedication, and inspired teaching methods have served as the catalyst for the success of Pinecrest's robotics program. We are proud to present Anna Egbert with our Inspiration All-Star Award. On behalf of everyone at the REC Foundation and VEX Robotics, I'd like to congratulate again all of our Inspiration All-Star winners.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the 2020 VEX Fantasy Robotics Tournament. We have the results. The
Who is it?
results are in. The simulations
Tilden wins
ran,
everything?
All the qual matches, all the elim matches, all the division elimination matches. Remember, these teams were playing off of simulation set scores. But after each round is played, they lose the scores that have been used so far. Which means to make it to this point, to win the finals of the Fantasy Robotics Tournament, you have to not just be good, but you have to be consistent. Just like in real robotics. Before we take a look at the scores, we do have the answer to the trivia question. How many events did the team that attended the most events attend? That number is 14. If you guessed 14, you were right. I don't think I would have guessed 14. I'm not sure what to
Which
say about
team
this
was
if
it?
I should be impressed or concerned. Because it also wasn't just one team, it was 10
Oh,
teams. So if you're one of those 10 teams who went to 14 tournaments, congratulations. So let's dive into it and take a look at who our winners are of the 2020 VEX Fantasy Robotics Tournament. We'll kick things off with the middle school tournament. Remember, here were the champions from each of the divisions. Spirit and Curiosity
9181K.
faced off against each other. Opportunity and Insight faced off against each other.
Oh.
And it was Spirit and Opportunity making it to the finals. The two original middle school division names in VEX Worlds. Your middle school final champions for the VEX Fantasy Tournament was the Spirit Division. 4082A Rocket Robots from Freedom, Wisconsin, and 3324A Supernovas A from North Hollywood, California. Next, we have the high school finals. These are the 16 teams that made it to the quarterfinals. This is an insane lineup of teams. I genuinely wish we could have gotten to see this in Freedom Hall.
Oh, okay, till then.
We had technology, science, research, and physics going up against each other.
Oh.
And science and research making it all the way to the finals. Your
26-16, Jay.
VEX Fantasy Tournament champions for the high school division are 2616J, the Jersey Devils from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and 7870E, the usual suspects from Henderson, Nevada. Fantastic job to you both.
It has to be Purdue.
And finally, the VEXU finals, where we had BLRS, the Purdue
Shit
team,
might actually
going
win.
up against NJIT, the New Jersey Institute of Technology team. Our champions for the Fantasy Robotics Tournament VEXU division, Team BLRS, the Purdue Sigbots. Fantastic program, continues to be a fantastic program. Be sure to check them out online. So again, congratulations to all of our champions in the 2020 VEX Fantasy Robotics Tournament. Remember, it's just for fun, but these do represent a subset of the best of the best. So congratulations to them, and congratulations to all teams. Now, it's time for the moment you've all
Oh,
been
here we
waiting
go.
for.
Here we go.
We need to find out what y'all be playing for next season.
Here we go.
Let's
This is what we're
reveal
waiting for.
the 2020-2021 VEX Robotics Competition game.
No,
they're
this
all
is the
wearing water
free.
suits.
Foreshadow.
This arena is full of the most talented robotics students in the world. And we know why you're here today. You're all thinking the same thing. What's next? Because you've been through Starstruck, you've experienced In the Zone, you've dominated Turning Point, and this year you crushed Tower Takeover. But this next challenge will stretch you. It will demand more from you as a team, and it will push you to the brink. So, are you ready? Introducing the 2020-2021 VEX Robotics Competition game.
Let's see it.
Change up.
Okay, so it wasn't a meme, it's actually changed up.
Welcome to the world's greatest 2
Wait,
minutes
what?
in robotics. The 2020-2021
Wait, is that like a hoop?
game, VEX
Yeah, that
Robotics
looks like a hoop.
Competition, Change Up.
Change Up is played on a 12-foot by 12-foot
Wait,
field
isn't this
by
just
two
that-
alliances, one red and one blue, made up of 2 teams each.
The object of the game is to get more points than the other alliance by scoring balls in goals and by connecting rows.
The VRC change-up field contains 32 balls, 16 red and 16 blue. Each robot starts the match with one of their corresponding balls as a preload. In addition, there are 9 goals located around the field where balls can be scored.
Balls are 6.3 inches in diameter and are worth 1 point for the
Yeah.
corresponding alliance color when scored in a goal.
An alliance can take ownership of a goal by having the top scored ball
This is-
in the goal. If an alliance has 3 owned goals in a row, they will receive a bonus of
Yeah.
6
It's gonna
points
be a
for
game
connecting
like
the row. But
like
watch out,
During the driver control period,
Oh.
robots can remove
Oh,
balls
it pushes
from
it.
any goal
Does it do-
at
oh, it
any
does on there as
time.
well.
This means that even if a goal looks full, an opponent could descore one of your balls, open a spot for a ball of their own, and interrupt a connected row.
It's gonna be
No
like
scored
the
balls,
flags
connected
for
rows are
for
saved. Each match begins with a 15-second autonomous
How many
period
balls
where
can we
robots
carry, though?
score on their
That's my
side of the
question.
Yeah, that's
field
gonna be interesting.
with no
Yeah.
help from their drivers. The alliance that scores more points in the autonomous period is awarded with a 6-point bonus added to the final score at the end of the match. This year, each alliance also has the opportunity to earn an additional win point in the autonomous period.
This is
by
such a simple
completing
challenge.
Their
Oh,
home row.
one
Home
win
row
point.
is the
Oh,
row
it's-
of goals
oh, it's actually
closest
tic-tac-toe.
to their own alliance station.
The 1 minute,
Autonomous is
45-second driver control period begins once the autonomous bonus winner has been determined.
Well, you want to let
At
the other
end
team
of
get the
driver
first ball
control
in there.
period, after
Wait, is it
all
only
the
model
top
vector
row, or is
it
robots have come to
any row?
rest, the match will be scored to determine the winning alliance. Remember, VRC games are not scored until the driver control period has ended.
Does the
Official
bottom row
rules
count?
and game information for VEX Robotics Competition Change-Up can be found at roboticseducation.org or vexrobotics.com.
To register a team, find events near you, or ask a question on the official Q&A, please visit robotevents.com.
Best of
No,
luck
they don't.
and have a
They
great
don't say you can only hold 2 balls. So can we
2021
hold an unlimited number of balls?
That'd be. You just build another schlong bot, and then
No, you build like a giant cone that deploys, and you grab all the balls, and then you filter them.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a different game over the next couple of years.
Wait, that's
so
you, but we can
I'm
build
really
2
looking forward to
robots.
seeing
Have
how
one
this gets
robot that
played.
just stores them all.
Now,
The
and
big
then
one.
normally at VEX Worlds, I have a field where I can
Yeah.
show off.
Just have a big hopper that
specifics
just
of the
feeds it to the
game.
little one.
Don't really have that here. I have a cat and a fireplace. But this being the virtual world celebration, I do have a virtual field. So let's dive in.
So that's what the
take
game
a
is gonna
closer
start
look.
like. So it's
the
gonna be
first thing
really
I want
easy to
to
get
show off
your
is
win
that
point
home
because
row
there's already
content
two
autonomy.
there's already 2 balls and
You
everything.
can really get about half
Right?
of a win.
Yeah,
For
but
the
you need to
first
get all
time in
3,
VEX
like 3
history,
and
Yeah.
just
one
for
in
completing
each.
a task in autonomous.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you win or lose the match. It doesn't matter if you win auton.
Which
You
means
need to
you
get a full
matter
row
if your
to
opponent
get
gets it or not.
the autonomous point.
A win point or a win is 2 win points, and the auton win point is half of a win, 1 win point. So that's available to you in every match, every qual match, and so you can really boost your rankings by having effective and consistent autonomous routines. We can zoom in, take a closer look just at one of these goals specifically. The goals are designed to hold the balls a very specific way. So you can pop the balls out the bottom, you can drop them in through the top. There's going to be a lot of descoring, a lot of rescoring, a lot of cycling back and forth. So you'll definitely want to check out the
gonna be
rules
very
regarding
strategic.
possession and descoring and all that fun stuff. This is also, actually speaking of that, this is the first game in a while where there's not a ton of game objects on the field. It's pretty limited. So, you know, in Tower Takeover, only really the highest levels of play were you seeing the field get cleared out.
Oh yeah, there's no red tiles, so people start against the wall.
What colors,
There's no color tiles because they're all using the anti-static ones. Yeah.
It's going to be a strategic game. It's going to be a back and forth game. It's going to be a fast-paced game. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you are as well.
I'm guessing that's autonomous. You can't cross the middle line.
Yeah,
But X-Drive is going to be so
That's
useful,
all from
guys.
me. I've been Grant Cox, chairman of the GDC,
Yeah.
and normally host of VEX Worlds in Louisville.
Like, you
Next
want
year,
complete
I will see
control of it,
you
man.
in Dallas, Texas. I can't wait.
As we close this year's first ever virtual VEX Robotics World Celebration, I'd like to again thank our presenting sponsor, Northrop Grumman Foundation, as well as all the additional sponsors who provided digital content and financial support to celebrate this virtual event with us. I would also like to thank all of our sponsors for another great season of supporting student engagement in STEM. I also want to recognize Louisville Tourism as well as the Kentucky Expo Center and all of the Louisville vendors and supporters for hosting
game
this
is so
World
simple.
Championship for the past 6 years.
Yeah.
We
Like,
enjoyed our partnership with
very
you and
simple.
appreciate how you welcome tens
Can we
of
shoot
thousands
them?
of students and spectators
Yeah,
to
but can we
the
shoot
event
them?
every year.
It looks like it's going to be like those balls look pretty classic.
Oh my goodness, that'd be insane! You shoot them into the other side.
Yeah, during autumn. Dude, you make a turret flywheel?
That'd be wild.
The Dallas
It doesn't look like
Because they
it's
look like
supposed to be
foam.
in
They look like
This
foam
memorable
balls.
experience for all the students.
They kind of look like that one
All the teams
year's
that
game.
qualified to
The game
$2020 Vector
before
Robotics
Skype.
Championship. The REC
Yeah, but,
Foundation is pleased to
toss-up
announce that we
with
will be
Yeah, they look
sending
like
you your
toss-up balls.
participation medals and pins. And to the
Toss-up-
2020
this is
Online
actually
Challenge
toss-up balls.
winners, as well as the Community Award winners, I am pleased to tell you that your invitation will be extended to 2021. See you in Dallas. Finally, I would like to thank the REC Foundation and VEXU Robotics staff for working
Yeah,
tirelessly
Worlds
to
is in
organize
Dallas
this
this
event.
year, and that's cool.
Thank you, our
Yeah.
viewers, for joining us to celebrate this first ever virtual event. I'm proud of our community's ability to adapt and to continue to engage in robotics and STEM even during times of adversity and challenge. Please stay home, follow social distancing, and stay safe. We will see you
Okay,
next
yeah. Change up fields are now on. Yeah, but you can't buy it. Yeah.
Okay, after this stream is over, I'd like to talk to you guys about something.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna talk a bit. I think the stream's over. So Jonathan, do you wanna change it to
Yeah, so let's change it to this.
transition it over to the nice one? Yeah. Boom.
We're in discussion.
Well, I'm really curious if they posted the rules online.
Yeah. We could
Because-
the game manual, right?
Did they?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Wow, $700 for the entire game element and pieces.
Does that
Yeah.
include the GPS positioning stuff around the edge?
Oh, you're right. That like script.
I don't think it does.
Yeah.
Wait,
Do you
what's
have to
going
file
on?
that separate?
I'll give you guys the game manual. I'll put it into the Discord. It's already
The game
live.
manual's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you send a link? I can't find it.
Yeah, I got you. It's already in.
Now, what I'm really curious is if we're allowed to hold 3 balls, it's such an easy game.
Yeah, you just
Specific.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you grab 3 balls, you make a tube, and then you just dump them in.
Did the camera turn on?
Where are the rules, game definitions?
Well, I feel since like you can take them out of the bottom, like it's gonna be very easy to have upsets in this game as well.
Yeah, like literally, this is where after this stream is over, I have a really funny idea.
I have an
A secret idea.
Secret idea. No,
Yeah,
That's
we have
very
a few
secret.
ideas that we might not want to leak yet.
Okay, I'm really curious though.
I mean, like X Drive for sure will be like.
Yeah, X
Yeah,
drive is like
mobility. So like
Just
X drives and or Magnum drives, I feel like would be.
You're definitely gonna need to be able to knock out the bottom cube like fast. Or the bottom.
Wait. The robot is carrying. Okay, a robot is considered to be possession of a ball if a ball is unscored position and either of the holding.
Okay,
criteria met.
you cut out a lot doing that for me. I didn't really.
Oh jeez,
I don't. It doesn't specify.
everyone's gone.
It doesn't specify the number of balls you can hold.
The GPS system is just for the real competition. Oh, wait, is the GPS only for the VEX AI? Like only for the new competition? 7K.
I think so.
I
Yeah.
hope not. The logos in the back. There you go. Everyone's back. It could be really disappointing if you couldn't use it in game manual.
No,
Like the high school
I
and
feel
VEX
like
competitions.
the reason they launched AI is so that you could use it both, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Like AI.
Oi, what happened to the stream?
Oh, it's all good now. It's good.
Oh, what the heck?
No, it's fine.
There's 82 people in the stream right now.
Oh my
There's
goodness.
All right, yeah.
Alright. Wait, that's I might have put it in the VEX like the VEX unofficial server with like the hundreds of people in there right now.
Please like and subscribe. No, but
Does any?
go ahead.
Oh, 3 ball limit. Okay, guys, there's a 3 ball limit. I think someone
Oh,
said.
there's a 3 ball limit?
Okay.
Okay. That makes
That makes
sense.
it that makes it super easy though. The challenge is gonna be like keeping them out of reach.
Find it. What you Google?
Yeah, I feel like it's more so like you need to like cycle through. Yeah, your cycle time has to be really fast. So
Yeah,
like
this is.
you
I'll
you
send you
pick
guys,
up and then deposit has to be fast.
I don't
Unfortunately, no flywheel. Actually, who knows?
We
The-
could
depend-
shoot them.
I want to see the Auton
we
rules
could make
about.
a turret that puts them in.
No, but we could literally shoot them. If we put backspin on them, we could literally shoot them into the goals if we make it
Well,
perfect.
But like,
it really has a backboard as well. Like it has a backboard that you can hit.
well, like
that's the point.
Autonomous, like, is it gonna be like the autonomous where in Tower Takeover where we can't let the cube cross the line, even, right?
That's a good question.
Everyone joins once like we start discussing.
Oh, so the balls are plastic too, not foam.
Yeah, I sent it.
Now,
most
just
of
to
the rules are still the
verify.
same.
These aren't official rules yet. I think it's August when it becomes official. And rules still change.
Yeah, that's just weird though.
How many
Like,
cubes
good
are out on the field
general
at the
basis.
beginning? There's only like
1, 2, 3, 4.
There's only like
5,
8,
6,
right?
7, 8. Yeah, 8, 8, 9, 10.
There's only 10 like circle things out on the field at the beginning.
You mean balls?
Yeah.
Or
yeah, the balls.
okay.
So that's it's a lot.
But
of
this is
circles,
like
for sure.
this is where it's a rather simple game.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna be like insanely fast. That's where you almost see. That's where shooting it could be really nice.
The problem is they're plastic balls, so shooting that's going to be a pain.
It depends if it's foam.
It says it's
Okay,
plastic.
so
On the
Okay.
game manual, it says the holoplastic.
Oh, okay. So we might do catapult then. We could do.
Yeah.
We could bring back the catapult, guys.
okay, all right, so here, okay, so it says keep your balls on your side of autonomous, right? So, so what was it? Well, balls that start on fully one side of the autonomous may not contact the foam tiles of the opposite side. So
So
in
you could
theory,
shoot them.
if your aim was good enough,
You
could
could
shoot it into it.
The thing is that all the other
That's
team is
a
gonna do if they know that, they're just gonna flip up a piece of plastic and they're gonna make it bounce on the floor.
Yeah.
You just block it off.
That's true.
Yeah,
But that's really
extra work to have to block.
Eli.
I think the Vex will post them in August, right?
Vex already posted the rules.
The
The,
rules
the
are
game
up,
manual's
but
up.
they're not official.
Yeah, yeah.
They're not official till August. We will post the
What?
link in
I think May, right? May 25th is when they become official.
link.
Like having one autonomous that's just meant to like ruin the other team's autonomous by shooting a ball into one. That would be pretty OP.
Yeah.
But that's where if you're not fast enough, like
Has
you
to
have to
be
be
fast and
fast and
consistent.
accurate.
Spread up.
Okay, you can't descore from the top either. You have to descore from the bottom.
From the bottom. Yep, it's the only space. It's the only ring with enough room for the ball to go up.
Yeah.
Well, like you can't even like get something that like goes down, picks it up, and then drags it out.
It'd be hard for sure.
What was it about
Yeah.
the win points? They're like.
If you get like 3 in a row, you get 1 win point in autonomous.
Oh, so,
Tic tac toe.
yeah, it is like.
So these, if it's just one, it's not worth any points. But get a row.
And is it the top cube? The top cube is the one.
It's the
that
top
owns
cube,
it, right?
So theoretically,
it has to
no
be
one could
3.
score. There's a chance that no one.
So autonomous is
one
huge
gets
then.
any
That's 6
points,
points.
then you win autonomous.
Autonomous is incredibly important.
Like, there's a chance that like.
Oh wait, guys, no. The part about possession of balls is just you're not allowed to hold more than 3 of the opposing team's color. So
Wait,
you're allowed
what?
to hold as many of your color.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Justin, what's the rule number?
SG8. SG8.
Okay. Which page?
Page 22.
Page 22.
Rule SG8.
It's opposing alliances balls. And
Possession
not
is
possessive.
limited, wasn't it?
Total more than 6 balls if it's opposing alliance's color at once.
10 and 11 balls. These are all numbers. 6 balls is
Yes, you can pick up as many balls as you want.
Okay, so you can pick up all of them. You just have to filter out the blue ones if you're red.
Yeah, basically.
Hold up. That means that essentially all you need to do is get all the red balls and at the very last second score them all.
Yeah.
You need to have a system.
That is a strategy that we could go.
Oh, and if you can use like the blue balls to like stack yourself up to the right position as well, like make sure that you can dispense them out to just put it in the right position. The rest of your balls in the right position.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna send a video in the private Discord.
Okay.
I can't watch it. Crap. I'm streaming Discord. Darn it.
Okay, well, check that out. We could do a system like that essentially. Don't put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
The leaks are too OP.
No leaks for stream quite yet.
Watch that.
Oh my
But
goodness, what is?
Except what we have is we have multiple of them. We can have like 2 or 3, and then we can have a position, and then we can just go at the very last thing. Just go extend, drop, retract. And what we can have is we can have a little descoring wheel on the bottom, which is super simple to do.
Yeah, you can sweep out all the full tower really quick.
Yeah, you can do it in like 2 or 3 seconds, not even.
Oh, that would be insane.
Wait, you just watch it? I want to see this.
That's pretty
Look,
cool, actually.
We're on discussion mode, guys. Just watch it.
Yeah, like the screen's not showing, so you guys, as long as you guys aren't switching, then you should be fine.
No.
This is a super.
What about
This.
How easy is it to max out skill score?
Oh, no, you have to do like tic-tac-toe for skills, dude.
Yeah.
You have to have them all perfectly set up.
Wait,
So essentially, you need the little bot to go. You need the little bot to go and descore all of them, and then the big bot to go and pick all the balls up. That's what the depth sensor is for, dude. Because you need to do exact combinations and exact goals.
Yeah.
This is such a weird game.
And then we have the color sensor to ensure that we're filtering out red versus blue.
That's
Yeah.
not completely AI. Like, if you know where technically you could.
Hey, they clarified decorations.
Wait, what?
It's like decorations are allowed. You're allowed to anodize. You're allowed to use the Vex speaker. You're allowed to use small camera as like filming purposes.
That's hilarious.
R13. Rule 13.
Where's the VEXU section? I'm still looking for.
Yeah, I can't. I'm just looking for the VEXU section as well.
It might not be in the unofficial rules.
I hope it's still 2 robots though.
I wonder if their vision sensor can detect robots, or if it can only detect in-game objects.
You can probably select it to choose what it detects. Like, the color silver, it probably can.
Because like, especially for autonomous, if you're worried about people blocking, you could check if a robot's like in front of the goal, and if the goal is just clear,
Well,
then you.
Then you don't really need to know that the robot is there. You just need to know that the flag isn't there. If you see what I mean. Because you can say if the robot is there, don't, or if the flag isn't there, don't. If you see what I mean.
Yep.
But this is like a really cool challenge, I think. It looks pretty
There's
boring.
a lot of competition. Like driver control is gonna be so back and forth. It's gonna be unbelievable.
But that's where you need to grab all the balls.
Turning point flags.
Yeah.
Except I think this is gonna be even faster because there's no parking. That's a really weird thing. So it's gonna be the very last second.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. The very last second's gonna be the most important time of the match.
Yeah, just like
the
gathering
autonomous
balls
in
for
the very
the
last second.
primary portion of the match and then scoring at the last
I don't
moment.
think there's anything about VEXU in this document.
I don't see it either.
No, there's nothing about VEXU.
rules. Like, usually what's different about them?
It's just like the
Just like the
45-second.
Oh, right. I feel like wouldn't it just be a 45-second auton? But that's so short. Like, yeah. Wait, let me look at the field again. If you do VEXU, where's the?
But 45 seconds in VEXU Auton is gonna be like.
Oh yeah,
so boring.
guys, I got the VEXU. I got the VEXU appendix.
Okay.
I'm putting it into Discord.
So the tic-tac-toe, is it only by the owned like goal zone? Because like if red is on top on this one, right?
Yeah.
That means red owns this one.
Yeah.
So that you.
Yeah, it's two robots in
It's not
VEXU.
like the middle cube.
Yep.
Determines the middle one.
No.
Because that would be insane.
That'd be
That'd be
Fo-
crazy.
45-second Auton, 75-second driver.
The 45-second auto's got to be collecting balls for most of that, right? Because you can only score so many.
What about strategies
Yeah.
of like capping it so like it just stays there? So like they can't score in it anymore, or like.
Okay, yeah.
Hold
So
up.
like,
Yeah.
I have ideas for an autonomous that we can discuss later.
Score it, but you can knock it under. So you just block.
Guys, we're allowed to use Falcon motors, like the
I know, I
FRC
saw that.
motors.
That's ridiculous.
Wait, really? We're allowed to use those?
Dude, you do a 1-to-1 flywheel, like your flywheel never burns out. What?
That's so. Yeah,
We're
you
allowed
put
to
your
use the
battery in,
Falcon
like,
500?
20 seconds.
The motors are bigger than the robot.
No, we're not. We're not allowed to. We're not allowed to.
There's no way.
Yeah. The following products are
that
not
really no.
allowed, are not permitted under this rule. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bro, imagine if you showed up to competition like that. Just like.
Yeah, no, we're not allowed the Falcon 500. That'd be
Oh,
insane.
okay, good.
You need to hook up your drive to that and literally go from here to that point in a second.
I'm hyped for that GPS though. When is the store gonna be releasing stuff?
Just keep on refreshing.
So like I'm in the store right now. Like you can't buy any of the change up stuff yet.
Guys, sorry, 1 second, really quickly. The VEXU skills. All rules apply from BRC Appendix B Robot Skills Challenge with no modifications. VEXU teams are permitted to use both robots in their skills challenge matches. Now, how it works is everything is blue. You need to make everything red.
Oh my goodness, I see. Yeah. Look at that.
Oh.
What?
Dude,
Wait.
hold up. This is too good. This is too good.
Yo, the change up field the change up field is it's live on iDesign. I'm gonna order it on iDesign.
Go.
Oh yeah, Jonathan, I can get it.
Give me your credit card right now. Give me that.
I'm not giving my credit card information on stream.
Dude, you just need the 3 magic numbers on the back. Come on.
Yeah, come
Yeah,
on.
Justin, I'm gonna need those magic 3 numbers on the back, please.
Yo, Justin, what's the joke of the day?
Yeah, joke of the day, Justin.
What?
Yo, James, he's still watching. That joke of the day's coming. Let's go.
Where's this?
Okay, so a ball scored in a goal is worth 1 point for the alliance of the color of the ball. A connected row is worth 6 points for that alliance.
Oh.
Now,
okay.
I might be really dumb, but what do they mean by connected row? Does it mean like the bottom ball of the entire row has to be red?
The top.
It's the top
one, the third one.
Yeah, the top one owns the whole tower.
Yeah.
So like, if the top one is red, the whole tower it just becomes red when scoring the tic-tac-toe.
Yeah.
So essentially, for skills, you want to have all the blues on the bottom and then all the reds on the top.
Yeah.
So then you have the top row. That's
Okay,
super simple to do.
order has been placed for the field part.
It should be easy to like ace the skills, right?
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Okay, I feel like there's going to be additional challenges though. This is such a simple. Hold up, you can put balls on top?
No.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. I see it.
It has to be within the top and like the goal. It has to be within the top 2 area.
So
okay,
figure
I'll
number
get
10.
today's joke.
On page number 9, figure 10. This goal is owned by the blue alliance as the topmost ball is not completely within the upper edge of the goal. So it needs to be perfectly flush for it to count.
I feel like as long as there's only 3 balls, it should be flush.
Yeah, if 3 balls makes it easily flush.
Yeah, order has been placed for the field elements.
I don't know.
It's probably heavy duty though. I'm pretty sure the backboards are very strong. My question though is, what are these lines? What are the tape lines? Let me go into this. You see my screen?
Yes, I see your screen.
What are these lines for?
Close your Discord. You're leaking.
There.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Okay, what are these tape lines?
Leaks.
Big leaks.
Is that like where the robots have to start, or? Can they only be in there? I'm so confused. Oh wait, I have to close that too. But my question though is now my big question is
Home zone. Okay, so on page 8 in the middle, it's the outer edge of the tape line that runs across the field adjacent to the line section is the home zone. One of two areas, one for each alliance, where robots start and the match defines the location of the alliance home row.
Look at the bottom one.
So is that the parking area as well?
It doesn't say it scores any points for parking.
Alright, so we just have to start there.
Yeah, you just start there. Home is where you start. Do you have to touch the wall then? As long as you can just start like on the edge.
No, I don't think so. As long as you're within the home zone, it should be good. But my question though is, how big are the tiles? And how big are the 24-inch robots? I think you can't go up to 24 inches.
No way.
I don't know the dimensions of the tiles, okay?
Tiles are 2 feet by 2 feet.
Ish.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, a little bit.
It'd be based on how the tournament tapes the tiles, though.
It also depends what side is the tape on, right? Is the tape on the line? Or is the tape like on the edge of the other tile?
It could be right in between where all the tiles intersect, like the teeth sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because that's usually how you tape it. Except for the Auton thing.
Figure 10 on page 9 makes things interesting because you can actually get 2 balls in the very bottom and then mess up anything else.
Yeah, so let's say that you're blue. You don't have time to get that red ball out. You push one of your balls underneath it, and then you get possession of the goal.
Yep, because you push the top one out.
So now also look at those. Look at the flag. You see how it's convex or whatever it's called?
Yep.
Now that means that whatever angle you hit it on, it'll bounce in. I'm not trying to spill any beans, I guess you could say, but I'm pretty sure shooting them in could be really efficient for certain things. Oh, what happened
The only
here?
thing that's tricky with shooting them in
Oh, no,
is that
Steven.
you only
Steven's
have
back.
you only have
welcome
0.7
Welcome back
inches
to
spare.
10x.
The ball is 6.3 inch diameter, and the goal is like 7 inches. So it's gonna be pretty tight.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of trial and error with if we're gonna.
So I think we can shoot from close, but from far away it's gonna be kind of impractical.
And that's where I'm gonna send a sketch later, but I have a pretty good idea for robots.
I don't know.
It doesn't. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, the 24 by 24 by 24, and smaller than 15, 15, 15. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. That's really interesting.
If you guys look on page 10 as well,
For Appendix A.
yeah, appendix game manual.
Okay. Yeah.
Page 10 row. This is how they set up the rows.
Okay.
So it's basically a giant game of tic-tac-toe, or whatever it's called.
Yeah. So like the most amount of points is if you do all of them. Yeah. Oh wait, but no. We're not allowed to touch the Alliance home row. Yeah.
Where does it say that?
Okay, I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna go get my phone, see if they posted the thing on the chat or whatever it's called on the VEX app. I'll be back in a quick minute.
Still muted. Alright,
Okay, so is there an Alliance specific goal? I don't think there is. Alliance home goal. 3 goal zones in each Alliance's home zone. But are we allowed to score in them, yeah?
Okay, so I guess for the people who are just joining us and don't really have an idea of what VEX is, I guess
You're cutting out.
Oh, so hello. Is this better?
Yeah, now you're good. Now you're good.
Yeah. So just for the people who are like joining us and don't really know what VEX is, what we're doing right now is we're discussing the game that has just been revealed. So VEX just revealed the new game for the 2020-2021 season. It's called Change Up, and basically, what it is that VEX releases the game, and then the teams just go out and then they start building and designing the robots to compete. And then like usually the first tournament is like in like September or like November. Yeah, so now we're just discussing design. So if you were confused, hopefully answers your question.
Alright, guys.
Balls may not be descored from the top of goals, so like there's legitimately no way. Like there's a rule about.
Yeah, that's what I said. You can't reach in and grab.
Yeah, sorry. I thought you mean that like. Yeah, I thought you just mean like logistically you couldn't. Not like there's a rule about it.
We'll probably run the stream for another like 15 minutes, probably till our time 11 a.m.
Yeah.
And then we'll go into our private thing because I have ideas. No leaks, not yet.
No.
It's not up, guys, yet, unfortunately.
What is the maximum amount of points that you can score? That's what I'm.
That's why I wanted, because this game is very weird to score, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I got the scoring though. So basically, oh wait, what is it?
So if you have all blue in the
Okay.
top,
So yeah, so if you have a ball and a goal, it's worth 1 point. But if you have a row, it's worth 6 points.
Yep.
That's a lot.
Yeah, a row.
But now here's my question. Here's where I was reading through some stuff. Now, to have to control a row or whatever they're calling it, it just has to be the top ball, as in the ball on top of all the other ones, right?
Yeah.
So there could be one ball in the tower, and it still counts as yours.
Exactly. So does that count in for the rows, or does the row? Because I haven't read through all of them yet, right? Do the rows count by the rows that you control, or the balls on top of the rows?
Well, it's based on the towers you control, and if you have the highest ball in the tower, then you control that tower, and then it counts toward a roll.
Okay. I sort of want them to release that game counter thing.
Yeah, that would be useful.
It's a pretty interesting game, though, I have to admit.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be super strategic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I feel like most of the game is going to happen in the last, like, 30 seconds.
Very speedy drive frames will be very, because it's a light game. There's nothing heavy about it. It's not like running mechanisms and burning out.
Is this made for puzzles like this?
I think programmers can be a lot more important this year, and teams are going to have to spend a lot more time on ensuring their program is as consistent and accurate as possible.
Yeah.
6 points is added for owning the row. Yeah.
That's right.
But if you own the row, right? But do you own the balls underneath? No.
It's only the top ball that counts. It's like Skyrise, if I'm right.
But
Yeah, it's kind of like Skywise. Yeah.
if you own the row, do you own the balls underneath it?
No.
No. It's just.
Well, the balls underneath don't matter. It's owning a tower that matters.
They're just 1 point, right?
No, balls underneath are still scored. They're just worth like so little compared to
scored
the
for
actual
1 point
rows.
Yeah.
No, they're only worth 1 point.
So doesn't the game start with like balls in the goals, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, but it's equal, so it's you could win by knocking out the 3 blue balls under the other ones.
I see.
Which would be, but then here's the challenge though.
They score a row.
Exactly, but also if you knock them out and then they roll over to the other side, that's why I think there is ridges on it. Because if you look, it's not a perfectly round ball. If it was perfectly round, it would make it super simple.
Yeah.
But they're not perfectly round, which means that they don't roll very easily.
Yeah.
Wherever the ball is, I'm trying to find it.
What is this? This is just
Those
no
are the
balls.
rims where the
Yeah,
balls go.
no balls.
And so it's like tic-tac-toe. So that center area is going to be super important in order to like keep most of the rows.
Because that's where you have to keep the center row, but you also have to find a way to basically trick the other team into doing. Because it's going to be a strategy game. The robots won't be very complicated.
Exactly.
The robots are going to be super simple. You intake them, you throw them in, or you dump them in using a system, right?
Yeah.
Do you have enough red balls to just score only reds?
I don't
No,
think
we're,
so.
we're given 16 total red, yeah? And so if you want to go 3, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 3 is 27. No, you don't.
So you have to have like the other team's cubes, balls in there to help you get that top one, right?
You can
Hold on, wait, guys. Guys, let's think about this. 16 blue and 16 red, right? So we need we have 32 balls total.
And only 27 spots.
27. Yeah.
Well, 9 times 3 is, yep. So basically what we need to do is we need to get the bottom balls out from the other side, put them in to the other side, so then we only do the top balls on all of them, so we complete every single row.
Yeah.
If you guys see what I mean. So skills is really easy. You just need to take out one from each of the goals on the opposite side of where you're starting, grab 2 red balls, dump them into each and every one of them, and then you need to put red balls on top. You could do this with the clawbot.
No, but yeah. You actually could.
Yeah.
And you're allowed to start on either side, yeah, I think?
No, for this one I don't think so.
No.
Like I don't think you're gonna need to get that high.
No, you need to go up like 6 inches. Well, depends the exact height.
Somebody asked in chat, like, do you think double reverse 4-bar will be useful for something else?
No. It's so short.
Well,
it depends.
I mean, it's
Maybe
still
you could
early
do-
to make judgment calls on like design choices, right? So
Maybe an offset scissor lift could be really good though.
but that's only if you're mad enough to build a scissor lift.
With Vex parts.
A consistent scissor lift.
Pulls out a scissor lift.
So are you allowed to score the opponent's balls?
Oh yeah. You're allowed to carry 3, right?
You're allowed to carry 3 of them. Are you allowed to score them?
I don't see why not.
You need to do that to help you get like higher.
Yeah. You
Wait,
can't.
So in a goal zone, say like you have the middle one and the bottom one, right? Does the middle cube control it, or is it just void? It just doesn't count. Because then you can like control it with no other team's cubes, balls.
Okay, I'm gonna send a picture into Discord.
I can't look at Discord, so.
Yeah, I'll look at Discord.
Okay.
Can you change the green screen to change up on our screen?
Okay. Properties. No, not properties.
Get a photo of change up.
Yes, I will do that.
All right. There, I sent it. That's what I was thinking. The little round things are intakes.
Green screen.
It would be a toss-up bot essentially,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a scissor lift, but it's a roller bar. So then it actually.
Oh yeah. I can see it. I can see that. Yeah.
Interesting.
You just grab the thumbnail.
Yeah, most of it is
Yeah.
just gonna make a design that's fast and then just work on program and AI, I guess.
One platinum. Do you think Mechanum Drive is necessary?
No, I feel
Maybe not Mechanum this year. I feel like X Drive would be
Yeah,
better
X
because
Drive
it's a bit faster.
You gotta go fast. You gotta go fast.
Because you don't need to climb anything, right? It's purely driving around the field fast. Now you have two options. You can or plow your way through robots and do a tank drive with Mechanums, or you can just be a speedy boy and just run around very fast.
Why not X Drive with Mechanums?
That's just a crappy Omni Drive.
There you go. Oh yeah.
Oh, look
Change
at that.
up.
Guys, the stream
Look at the
quality just
stream.
went up insanely high.
Actually?
Let's see this.
You guys have to wait a bit.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Okay, you cover
Okay.
yourselves.
That's pretty sick, not gonna lie.
Hey, there it is.
Nice.
Very nice.
The thing is that the robots aren't gonna be super like they're gonna be fast. Oh, that's sick. But the thing about this game is that it's not about the robot. It's more about the strategy, right?
Mm-hmm.
The middle tower is going to be super important because that's a 24-point swing potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
if you
it
can
controls
if you
4 different
control the
rows.
center tower,
So that's possible 24 points you can get just based on rows that are eliminated or gained from that tower. So you need to be able to have that at the end of the game.
Yeah, that's actually very true.
Well, are wallbots viable?
You literally just hold them
they are allowed. Wallbots are allowed, but like again, as a rep, benefit of doubt is given to the offensive team, and so if you're wallbotting or if you have a robot that's like has a cap on top of it so people can't score, the other team can just push into you and push you away and then score, and that's completely legal.
Yeah.
So
Then yeah, of course they're pushing.
Are there any rules about attaching yourself to field elements in this?
yeah, you're not okay. You're allowed to. You're not allowed to attach to the actual field.
Well, they did that in toss up. They blocked the cube, blocked the zones, because it's basically toss up, right? This game is just toss up.
It's kind of like.
It's more of what's it called? Sack attack. Sack attack and toss up combined.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make a shooter that just controls center tower and shoots at the other goals.
Just a turret.
Just a turret that defends the center tower. And then just have like do that for like your big bots, and then have your mini bot just collect balls around the map.
Yeah, feed
Literally,
it.
that might be what it is. Literally,
Yeah.
it might just be like a hopper bot.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna send you guys a.
Center.
I wanna. Is it all upstairs or
paper?
Guys, what was the Vex IQ game where they had to shoot balls into it, like the ping pong balls?
Bank shot?
Yep.
I gotta admit though, I really wish they allowed interaction with the opponent during a tournament. It's actually a bit disappointing that they don't, because I think that would allow for a lot of interesting interactions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna feel very slow during the 45 seconds of VEXU Autonomous.
Yeah. And during the
Well, it's gonna be
15
or
seconds
very
at
slow
BRC,
or
it's
very
just gonna be
fast.
catching those three.
Yeah.
It could be a lot. It could be like turning point where it's like people just waited until the very last second to shoot the balls to flip the flags.
Yeah,
it could be like a team waiting until the very end to switch and do the middle tower.
Oh, it's kind of like.
I sent something in the Discord. This could be pretty. Except, of course, you don't do it with that many. You just do it with a smaller number of them.
Yeah.
Try not to show it on stream.
So there's a lot of people that don't really understand Vex. We should
Oh.
explain it to the stream more.
Okay. Well.
Just like say like introduce Western.
Yeah, we'll be wrapping up soon, but for the people who who are a little bit new to Vex or don't really understand, those who are watching, basically we're just discussing the new game that Vex just released. And basically Vex releases this game, a new game every year. And then it's up to us, our teams, to design and actually build the robot, and then we compete them in tournaments. So yeah, this year's game is called Change Up. We're just discussing it right now, so hopefully that clears up your questions.
This is a very weird game.
Yeah.
To be honest.
That's for sure.
Much more strategy than this year's.
Yeah. But this is where, like, yeah, it's. I don't. Okay, how are the around the field? I don't see any of those. What is it called? The GPS bars that they put around the field. I didn't see any of those around the field.
How effective would it be? Because they block those, right?
Well, there's a lot of them.
I feel like that's where this year they decided to make it a lot simpler because it doesn't just rely on one point. It's around the entire field. So I feel like they have codes all around it. And then it's just, I don't know. It'll be pretty interesting to see though. The gyros can be really useful though. Not the gyro.
The inertial sensor?
Not the inertial sensor, the GPS thing.
Oh.
Because there's a lot of new sensors they released. The color sensor can also be really cool. Because then in Auton, if we have to knock out balls, we can know, okay, this is this ball, this is this ball.
Yeah, you can sort out the other color. Oh, I think Vex AI is like its own separate competition now, right?
Yeah.
It's apart
Yeah.
from VRC and Vex.
It can be used in VRC though, right?
I'm not sure about that.
That's the one thing I was wondering. Is like, I want to make sure that this actually can be used in VRC. Because I mean, in VEXU.
Yeah.
There's a planning out what you want to do is probably more effective.
Isn't there like? Doesn't that mean we should make 2 robots or like high school teams now? Because you have to compete.
If you do AI.
If you compete in AI and VRC, right?
Okay, yeah, no. In AI, there's no motor limits, stuff like that.
Interesting.
AI is pretty crazy.
You probably.
But
could
the-
use an AI system.
But how?
But it wouldn't be effective in real matches.
Yeah,
non AI matches.
and how often will?
Oh, game registration will include the hardware needed for that year's competition to run.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, what do they mean by like hardware needed?
So I think if you register, they send you like the camera, the microprocessor, the strip.
Oh,
the GPS.
Hold up, that's gonna be super expensive then.
Yeah.
How much is registration?
For a team.
I don't know.
And is it worth it for you guys? Because who knows if VEXU only hosts like a lot of like, not a lot, but like a small amount of tournaments, right? So are there gonna be even like AI tournaments that you can go to?
But this is where you don't necessarily need the AI tournaments to use the AI stuff.
I don't feel like AI would be effective though. If you don't.
At least not for high school.
Not for high school. Like, it's.
Yeah, 50. Well, for skills, I have to admit, it would be super useful.
Skills could be, because long, like, over time, it's very useful.
But also, what are the chances that someone, because like Canadian tournaments are pretty small, right? There's not a lot. What are the chances that there's gonna be actually like big AI tournaments that we can go to?
But it doesn't matter if you're doing the AI tournament. If you're doing skills for 1 minute programming, one robot.
Yeah, then the AI is useful.
This is definitely a very interesting game.
Alright, let's run the stream for a few more minutes and then we will end it off.
Yeah.
Alright, 4 more minutes and then we're closing the stream.
It was a pretty successful stream.
First time. This is our first time.
We hit a peak of 80 something people.
Yeah, Liam just dropped the link and then everyone just joined in.
Wait, where did he drop the link?
In the.
I dropped it in the unofficial Vex server. I just said 7K's in here. Come join.
A rotational sensor? I don't remember. Did they release
Like, separate than what they already have?
Wait, they ever
Like a shaft encoder, or
I think.
wait where?
Someone just commented it.
In the chat. Rotational sensor.
yeah, they did say something about like.
I need more than 8.
There's no V5 speaker.
Yeah.
Okay, I really want to see the sensors.
The video is up on the AI thing. Oh, there
Okay.
is a rotation. Oh no, but
Hold
I
on,
think that rotation thing is just.
AI, right? It's just for AI. Our camera died again.
Oh.
Yeah, what's the rotation sensor actually? Like, what is it? A shaft encoder? Or like, what are we talking about?
It might just be a more.
No, I think it's an
accurate-
actual rotation sensor. Yeah. It's an actual
Yeah.
rotation sensor.
Yeah, it gives you degrees. That's pretty cool.
Like a shaft encoder. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a shaft encoder mixed in with a what's it called? Potentiometer.
Yeah, it looks
Oh,
like it.
interesting.
It looks like it doesn't
Okay.
go past 360. Oh, maybe it does.
Where do you see it?
Here, I'll post it.
GPS
Rotational
sensor.
might be interesting.
Vision system. VEX link.
I like how the
fusion
depth
map.
camera makes the color sensor useless too.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
I'm very curious about that GPS system though. If it's based around the GPS field code, how easy is it to interrupt? Like, can you actually rely on it?
And rub it through. Just destroy.
Wait, I don't see the rotation sensor, guys.
It's at like 20 seconds. 23 seconds.
Oh, I think that's just here. Let's see.
I want to see this.
It is a potential.
Discord's pooped.
Holy cow! It's a literal potentiometer.
Oh, it shows velocity too. DPS. That's cool.
It works. No way, guys. Look at exactly 18 seconds.
18?
Yeah.
High strength shaft. It works with high strength shaft, guys.
Oh!
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Wait, where is
It's
it?
right here, see?
Wait,
Yeah.
18 seconds.
Wait, where is it?
Where is it in the
What is
Oh
it?
no, not 18.
It highlights it in red at 24. So. Oh no. Wait,
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
It is high strength. It is high strength. It's right above that red gear.
Yeah,
Yes,
and then if you use low strength, you just put an insert in. I see.
It's good. It's good.
It's kind of thick though.
So how does the how bad's the calibration for rotation sensor? Because they obviously have to calibrate.
I don't think it has to calibrate. I think it's like the
Well, it's just a
red encoders.
potentiometer.
Or it's like the red encoders, just better. Which isn't necessarily potentiometer. You just have to put it down to the bottom, and then it calibrates.
Angle though. Yeah.
The color sensor can be pretty cool though. And the color sensor and the distance sensor. The new distance sensor is pretty sick.
What are these sensors useful for? It's a lot of automation, and autonomous is going to be based almost purely on these sensors, I think.
Okay, this VEX GPS is hilarious though.
Wait, why?
It's too strong.
Yeah, it's just too.
I don't think it's gonna work that well though. I can't imagine the field code working well when it can be interrupted.
Well, if you think about skills, like that thing.
For skills, it'll be insane. Well, except if game objects get in the way, for instance.
Okay,
there's not many game.
It is 11:11. We'll probably close the stream now.
Yeah, unless if there's any other questions.
All right, we'll wait.
Anybody?
2 minutes because there's delay.
Yeah. Any questions? Other than that, we're gonna close off the.
Yeah, we gotta wait a minute. Huge delay.
Yeah, also big delay. Also, we'll have the link to our WestMac. So thanks again for WestMac for helping us host this stream. Very nice. Very nice.
Does GPS only work in Vex AI? We don't know yet. They haven't said.
So we do have a Discord server if you guys want to join that. Pretty sure.
Oh yeah, well, we can pay just post the Discord and then people can join.
All right. Well, thanks
And we
again.
can post follow-up questions in there.
Why are we seeing VRC IQ?
That's pretty cool.
I think they use some of the same videos in both broadcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is some IQ in the VRC video as well.
Leaks? There's nothing to leak.
Sorry, we don't have a 2-minute our robot in 2 minutes video. I'm sorry.
Robot in 2 minutes.
Guys, robot in 12 hours is pretty easier now.
I know.
Yeah,
Just use the tower.
Yeah,
I
robot
wonder if
12
it
hours.
actually works.
You could use.
You could use a tower takeover robot.
That would be hilarious.
You kind of could use a tower takeover bot. You just have to modify the rollers so they're a little bit like wider.
Dust off.
Or
tower
put big
takeover.
flaps.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold
bigger
up, wait,
flap.
wait. The balls are 6.5 inches.
Yeah,
That's bigger than
Yeah.
a cube.
Yeah, exactly.
They're huge.
I'm assuming it's normal size restrictions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also
didn't trust.
VEXU still
VEXU.
says.
Yeah.
Unlimited expansion as well.
Ace the game, both
If you stack 3 balls,
We can calculate that.
Holy.
Acing the game.
but is it actually unlimited expansion?
That's what I saw from somebody in chat. So I haven't actually checked myself.
Print the game elements, yeah. 3D print. It's gonna be harder to 3D print these game elements, so.
Yeah, unfortunately, the UFC is closed right now, so I can't.
9.8.
No, the sensors we probably won't know either.
9 balls. There's 16 balls.
And they'll be releasing sensors to buy them. I don't think they've announced that yet.
Yeah, I think our plan is just to keep on refreshing the the store until they have them.
Max score is 61, I think.
I think it's 70, isn't it? If you get all 16 balls and
Because if you count the balls that count.
Yeah.
You counted them? Because each one is worth
plus 9. Well, if you count the ones on the top as the 1 point as well, then it's 70.
Wait, I still have a question. If you have like a goal zone and you only have two balls in there, is the tallest one, does that count as the like the main ball? Does that make sense?
yeah,
Yeah. So that's
as
the
long as
second
it's the
tallest
tallest.
counts. Okay.
Or yeah,
So even if there was one cube, one ball, and it was your color, then you own that tower, right?
yeah, it still counts.
Okay.
Alrighty. If there's
Yeah,
no more
so
questions,
with the
stream
time-
is ending now.
Wait, so thanks again for everyone coming out. We had quite a bit of
Yeah.
views. Pretty good for a first stream. Thanks again to the UFC VEX team. Thanks for coming out, guys. Very nice having you. And of course, special guest 7K. Thank you for bringing all the views in. Also, plug the 7K website. Go check it out. It's very nice. I don't know what else. Follow us on Instagram. The UFC team, keep an eye out for that because I think they are planning to make a new name and actually socialize, publicize themselves. So, yes, the Discord link will be coming out. Just take a look in the description.
Yeah, I'm just gonna spam it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Chats.
There you go.
So yeah, this has been our
Spammed it
very
in
first
chat.
Virtual Worlds viewing party. It's been very great. You guys have been great. Nothing too bad in the chat. Yeah, join the Discord for more discussions.
But is the link not there for people?
I'm not seeing the link.
No, no.
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess okay. I can't post a link apparently. So Jonathan, you have to post.
All right, I'll send the link.
Yeah, I'll put it into the Discord and then you spam it in the.
Set it to forever.
Oh, set it to forever. Oh, give me a second.
I got it.
Invite.
So
It's in the chat.
Expire after never.
It's been 2 hours. That's actually crazy. Probably blocks link.
Yeah, I think it blocks links.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
I'll
does
put
block
it.
It'll be in the description of this video. Also on our
Oh,
Insta.
quote it. Here we go. We'll go like this. Like that. Did that work?
Dude, just do like Discord space dot space GG. Like literally say dot as DOT.
Yeah, just put the code in separate.
Oh yeah, just the code even. Just enter the code, and then they can go discord.gg/the code.
I think it's blocking the link. You're just
Just put the.
in the description.
Just put in the code.
Yeah, I guess just put
There we go, like that. What about that? Did that work?
No, it doesn't.
No.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Show. There you go. We got it.
Discord.gg.
There we go. Links up. Just added it.
Yeah.
That's our Discord server. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we can close the stream now.
Yeah. Thanks for coming out, guys.
Make sure to like,
Thanks for
comment,
coming out.
subscribe.
Like, comment,
like,
subscribe.
yeah.
Joke of the day, unfortunately, was not today, but we'll. Thanks for coming out, guys. Good luck.
Alright.
Good luck in your season.
See ya.
See you guys.